¿Qué tal? Sean bienvenidos. Esto está bueno. Dice mujeres mayores fallando en tener citas con hombres jóvenes. Ya es que presumen que, oh, si los hombres de mi edad no quieren, bueno, no importa porque yo puedo salir con hombres más jóvenes. Vamos a ver si tienen tanta suerte como, según ellas, presumen en redes sociales.
Older women dating younger men.
Let's talk about dating younger men.
They're really fun. Tons of energy.
It's even got a catchy new name.
Hag maxing.
Hag maxing.
But in reality, the majority of older women who are dating younger men are not having a good time at all.
If I think about where I am in my dating life, I would categorize it as still romantically optimistic, but completely fatigued.
Oh my god. Mira, a ver, antes de que dejamos correr, porque vamos a dejar correr un buen rato para que disfruten estas escenas. Yo no sé, yo no entiendo, no sé si ustedes comparten lo mismo que yo. Yo no entiendo cómo estas mujeres siguen hablando de dating life, mi vida en el mundo de las citas, a cierta edad. O sea, pueden tener, sí, pero hablar de eso, güey, no es algo normal. O sea, ellos no están bien de acá. ¿Por qué? Porque no tienes que estar saliendo con hombres a tus 45, 50 años, bro. ¿Como por qué? ¿Como para qué? O sea, no entienden ese pedo. Somos completamente diferentes. Los hombres sí pueden salir, no porque somos hombres, no, porque sí puedes en realidad. O sea, y de hecho te ven atractivo. A ellas no. Ellas te ven como, sí, atractivo, entre comillas, pero para ponerle, nada más. Y a nosotros nos ven atractivos para algo más, porque ya quieren sentar cabeza y todas, de cualquier edad. Pero bueno, siguiendo esta misma premisa, vamos a ver y disfrutemos de las postmuro quejándose de los hombres jóvenes porque tienen mucha energía y no pueden seguirles el paso.
Honestly, I can't deal with men anymore, so...
If I have to go through one more talking stage, I will lose my mind.
Happy Monday to everybody except the men that I'm talking to on dating apps. You're just exhausting me.
So I've decided to, start dating some younger men. Someone help me.
Briefly dated a 24-year-old, and I was very uncomfortable with the age difference. I don't like feeling old.
I just dated this guy who was in his mid-20s, and I was not prepared for the ghosting and the drama.
Is this really the level of effort we are at when it comes to dating? Just a smiley face?
Ladies, so you want to date a younger guy, huh? Guess what he wants?
It just kind of seems like a guy that, just wants to Netflix and chill.
And it was very clear to me that all he wanted was friends with benefits. And he didn't even want to be friends. He just wanted booty call energy.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Asking me what my favorite position is, or if I'm more dominant or submissive.
I am 42 years old and I'm single.
We're just at different life stages.
I think sometimes it's just fine to be this is so fucking hard.
Doesn't necessarily have long-term compatibility.
Bueno. Pues, ¿qué te puedo decir? Mujeres mayores, hombres jóvenes, cero compatibilidad. Cero. O sea, hay compatibilidad cierto tiempo, ya sabes nada más para qué. Pero hombres mayores, mujeres jóvenes, 100% compatibilidad. Y tú también ya sabes por qué. Ellas te buscan por tus recursos. No es algo nuevo, no es algo que estemos inventando aquí, es algo que ya todo el mundo debe saber. Y esa es precisamente la razón por la cual los hombres mayores tienen una ventaja. No por ser hombres, no por ser mamones o culeros, no por ser hombres y decir, oh, yo puedo, yo merezco. No, es porque así es, güey. Pero bueno, seguimos.
Yes, boys. Apparently, older women and younger men do not have a long-term compatibility. Wow, who would have thought that?
When is this process going to change? We'll talk, you ask for my number, and then I never hear from you again.
It's almost as if nature hardwired this into our DNA and sets off a monthly egg timer to remind you to not around.
When you talk about approaching 40 or being over the age of 35, I want to be crystal clear. In terms of gynecology and obstetrics, women's best eggs are in their early 20s.
But hey, don't listen to female doctors who actually care about telling women the truth and provide them with useful information about their bodies. No, just listen to the wisdom of female life coaches online.
If you're new here, hi, my name's Kirsten. I'm a life coach.
Or better yet, your personal YouTube tarot card reader.
I'm just so tired. And my YouTube tarot card reader said that all cardinal signs are supposed to be ending a 16 or whatever year curse, like now.
Yep, these are perfectly functioning adults. Please drop a like on the video if you think that
es increíble que le creen más a las dating coach, a las female dating coach, porque pues obviamente las female dating coach, no mames. ¿Cómo le vas a hacer caso a una mujer, a consejos de relaciones a una mujer, güey? Por favor. O sea, bueno, mujeres. Bueno, es que ni los hombres, güey, no mames. O sea, ¿cómo le vas a decir a una mujer que te dé consejos para ligar mujeres? No se puede, güey. O sea, no. Más, ni siquiera los hombres. No digo que yo o cualquiera. No. Experimenta, papá. Pero bueno. Vamos a ver.
Before you rip apart the concept of older women and younger men, I want to give a big shout out to you guys for supporting the channel on fberaw.com.
Bueno, este es, no importa el anuncio. Passport Bros. Bien, seguimos.
Man to date, no. She's actually married with kids.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm a married polyamorous mom of 3.
While looking for a younger man on the side,
I'm looking for one secondary partner or a boyfriend or friends with benefits plus. It's called lots of different things depending on what part of the world you're in.
That must also treat her with respect and dignity and take her seriously.
I don't hear from them for days or even over a week. And then they come in and they automatically jump to a sexual question.
How many men have you dated? How many men have you f***ed? And it literally happened that fast. And I was just appalled.
Yep, this woman is actually complaining about men only wanting hookups from a 40-year-old married mother who is looking for some action on the side. I mean, you just can't make this nonsense up, man. It's like, lady, what the f do you expect from a younger man in a situation like this? To wine and dine you and hopefully wife you up one day?
I really am struggling with this lack of effort.
What this situation clearly demonstrates, and something that we as men all know, is that there are plenty of 20-year-old dudes that still want to bang an older woman.
They will date you, they will ask you out, they will go through the motions that make it seem like they're genuinely interested, even when they're not. They'll sleep with you, they'll pursue you, and they have other reasons beyond being authentically interested in you as a person.
It's simply because it's different and there is some mystery to it. However, as men get older, the mystery fades and older women simply become just that, older women. And so if she's not your wife or the mother to your kids, most men are not going to stick around.
Got a Rolodex and they're screaming through people and they're going for coffee dates and walk dates and they're trying to do it really quickly.
Now, even though many older women will tell you that their dating options expand as they get older,
I can date both the toy boys and the divorced dads. So I've now got a huge new range.
what they won't tell you is that many of them now simply get played by both the younger guys and the old dudes.
I was asked out by a 27-year-old, and then I was asked out by a 47-year-old. And in both instances, neither have followed up to actually make it happen.
You see? And so the reason why older women and younger men are less likely to succeed than the old guy and the hot young wife is because young men have everything that older women hate.
The update is that Mr. 28-year-old was never to be heard from again.
Honestly, the whole process has just aged me drastically and dramatically.
A lot of other 27 and 28-year-olds have been sliding into my DMs, but it never goes anywhere. And I'm really trying to learn my lesson to only pursue available men.
You see, older women want men to be established, mature, and have their finances sorted.
We want you to be in your career and be stable. We don't want to be dating someone in our 50s and then they turn around and go, hey, you know, if I can just get this promotion, then I'll be earning almost as much money as you.
And younger men only want two things that many older women either can't or won't give up. And they really like the fact that older women are not looking for them to pay for everything and can shower them with gifts.
But guess what? The trade-off is you have to be willing to foot the bill. That's reality. I know some great ladies, some fantastic, beautiful, beautiful older women, and they're married to some good-looking younger men. But what they're not telling you is, yes, they make it seem like those guys have money, but they don't. I know behind the scenes that these ladies are paying for everything.
Yep. Being a hot sugar mama is the only way to guarantee a long-term relationship with a much younger guy.
No, pues no hay diferencia entre una mujer mayor que sea una sugar mommy, pagarle todo y el vato obviamente se va a casar con ella, a un sugar daddy con una mujer joven. Lo mismo, güey. La única ventaja, por así decirlo, es que muchas veces la morra, digo muchas veces, ¿no? Porque la gran mayoría también sí les interesa el billete, pero muchas veces esas morras sí podrían estar genuinamente con el vato y no se preocuparían por todos esos temas que se preocupan las viejas con los morros, ¿no? No se preocuparían tanto al final de cuentas, porque ellas siguen siendo morras, siguen siendo jóvenes, pues les van a dar todo, güey. Pero bueno, ¿qué quieren hacer? Quieren competir. ¿Cómo van a tener éxito? Pues siendo una sugar mommy. That's it. No hay otra forma, güey.
Since the reality simply is that most young dudes are not interested in wifing up a 40 or 50-year-old. So ironically, the only way for older women to make it work long-term with a younger man is to do the very thing that they absolutely despise.
Let's talk about signs that you're dating a broke guy. I base these on my own experiences dating at now 57 years old.
If you're a single woman and you go on a date with a man and then he refuses to pay for the date,
you cannot afford to financially bail a man out who is so financially unwell that no matter how big the shovel is that you brought to the relationship, you would never be able to dig him out. So just get out.
Now, next to the monetary reason, there's also a practical reason of why older women and younger men usually don't work out, and that is the concept of children. Now, funny enough, I'm actually not talking about the ability to have children, but the complexity of finding someone who doesn't want kids, but does want to be a stepdad to the kids that are already there.
A younger person in their like mid-30s, late 30s, whatever, who absolutely does not want children, but likes children enough to like mine. That seems to be a pretty small subset of people.
You see, she's absolutely right. There's only a very small pool of guys that don't want kids, but don't have a problem with becoming a stepdad. So you're really looking for a needle in a haystack. But that's not the only problem here, since this woman gives a whole new meaning to the term daddy issues.
If you have a father who's young, so like my dad is exactly like almost exactly 20 years older than me, and he's a stallion, which is gross to say, but he's a good looking guy and he looks very young.
Yeah, if I didn't know any better, I would almost think that she wants to fuck her dad. But that's for her and a YouTube card reader to resolve.
My YouTube tarot card reader.
Anyways, when you go through her content, it becomes very evident why she struggles with relationships, since it just screams entitlement headache.
But to find somebody who's going to stay is so particular when you're this kind of person like me. because they need to be on the same wavelength as you. They can recognize that maybe you highlight their own shadows, but they're not going to be triggered by it. They're going to be like, oh shit, I like that this person helps me see these things, and then they deal with it.
But what's truly amazing is her reasoning for wanting to get married again.
I also really do want to get married again at some point because it's totally out of vanity because I would like to do that before I lose some aesthetics, right? Like, I'm in my early 40s. I'm already kind of pushing the hands of that.
Ok, mira, 40 años y fíjate cómo se ve. Está bien, güey, pero 40 años. Tienes hijos. ¿Qué esperas que un hombre va a hacer contigo? Divorciada. No esperes otra cosa, bro. O sea, esto ya no es suficiente. Es un factor muy importante la edad, pero bueno, ellas no lo quieren entender. Ellas quieren seguir ahí, ya ven, ya están fracasando con los hombres de su edad y ahora están fracasando igual con los hombres jóvenes. Pero bueno, señores, dejen ustedes qué opinan y nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.